Toyota has seen an all new level of luxury since about a year ago when the 2025 Toyota Crown Signia first debuted and came out into production and available for the consumers. The Toyota Crown Signia, a lot of consumers, viewers, and customers kind of thought it was a replacement for the discontinued once again Toyota Venza, but that wasn't quite the case actually. As the public got more and more familiar with the Toyota Crown Signia, they realized it's a whole new vehicle on its own, kind of like a hatch wagon crossover style. You don't want to really call it an SUV, but it kind of feels that way given the fact that it comes standard with all-wheel drive, the THS hybrid powertrain system, and comes in only two models to choose from: the Crown Signia Limited and then the Advanced Technology Package, which upgrades you to a few more features and tech. We now have another avenue that you can take if you want that kind of style hybrid or electrified vehicle, but you want something a little bit more different, maybe something a bit more off-road capable, and maybe something without so much luxury in it. Now we have the BZ Woodland Edition, which just debuted and came out about a month ago. It's for the 2026 Toyota lineup, and today I'm going to break down what's different and what you get when you go with the Crown Signia versus when you go with the BZ Woodland. Now, keep in mind the BZ did change from 2024 to 2025 and now to 2026. And Toyota did add a Woodland Edition or a Woodland grade to the BZ lineup for 2026, but it's kind of its own model all on its own. It's got a little bit of different sizing, capabilities, a whole new look to it. Overall grade structure is entirely different from the regular BZ lineup, and it's actually quite similar to the style and approach of the Crown Signia design, space, and size, which you're going to see just ahead in this video. Now, unfortunately, we don't have pricing. I know I'm going to get that question asked a lot in this video and in the comments section. We don't have pricing yet for the 26 BZ Woodland. We'll probably have it towards the end of this calendar year, towards the end of 2025. I think the BZ 2026, specifically the Woodland, is probably due to come out sometime early 2026 or very late 2025, but exact confirmation hasn't been had yet from the manufacturer. But make sure you subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for the most advanced updates and news about this particular model and your other favorite Toyota vehicles. Let's start off with the power and performance, specifically on the 25 Toyota Crown Signia. You get a 2.5 liter four-cylinder gasoline combustion engine hooked up to two electric motors, one in the front and one in the rear. The combined system output is 240 horsepower and it's hooked up to a CVT transmission. In terms of the rest of the drivetrain, it's an electronic, on-demand, all-wheel drive, and in terms of fuel efficiency, you should be able to achieve around a 6.2 liter per 100 kilometer combined city and highway average fuel economy, depending on many different factors. In terms of towing capacity, it's capable of towing up to 2,700 pounds. The Crown Signia, at least for 2025, is a non-plug-in hybrid powertrain system when it comes to battery and charging. It's a nickel metal hybrid, and the charging is not applicable in any degree. In case you were confused, like the BZ Woodland, this is an electric vehicle. I'll get to that a little bit ahead in this video, but the Crown Signia is self-charging using features like regenerative braking. All right, here's where it gets a little bit specific in terms of what might help you to decide between the Crown Signia and something like the all-electrified BZ Woodland Edition, and that's in terms of dimensions and overall sizing. Let's cover what the exact size is on the Crown Signia. All right, the overall length of the Toyota Crown Signia from front to back measures in at 194 inches. The overall width measures in at 74 inches, and the overall height of the Crown Signia measures in at 64 inches. And the Crown Signia has a 112-inch wheelbase and a ground clearance of 170 millimeters. Heading on into the interior, this is where Toyota really steps it up in terms of luxury and fine finishes, and that is with the leather trimmed seats for 5 passengers very comfortably. It has an infotainment size of 12.3-inch standard with an audio JBL 11 speaker sound system. It has the latest wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto with cloud-based navigation capability, Drive Connect capability, and so much more. It also comes standard with Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, which includes features like adaptive cruise control, lane departure alert with steering assist, lane tracing assist, road sign assist, blind spot monitoring, and rear cross traffic alert. It also comes standard with the driver monitor camera, which is that small little window that protrudes up from the steering column that helps keep your eyes focused and on the road and will alert you if your head or eyes are drifting away from the front of the vehicle as you're driving. Now, in terms of pricing, I do anticipate the BZ Woodland to start in and around the high 50s to low 60s in terms of price tag. That's just my guess or estimate, being as this is one very capable off-roading, overlanding, trail electric compact crossover, I guess you can call it, because it's not quite really an SUV. But let's get to the specs on the BZ Woodland for what we know so far. And then a little bit towards the end of this video, let me know what you think about which one is the better deal or which one is the right one for you, your family, and for your adventures. Let's get into the BZ Woodland. All right, again, you do have to plug in this electrified BZ Woodland. It's an all-electric vehicle, giving you 2 electric motors, 1 per axle, with a combined system output of 375 horsepower. Getting to the advancement in terms of off-roading and driving capabilities, it's an all-wheel drive system in terms of the drivetrain with 2 available modes such as X mode and grip control, giving you a towing capacity on this electrified vehicle of 3,500 pounds. That is more than the Crown Signia. Yes, I did say 375 horsepower. So you got more horsepower than the Crown Signia. You've got more towing capacity than the Crown Signia. You also have 2 additional driving modes that you don't quite have with something like the Crown Signia. Like I said, the X mode and the grip control. And yeah, with 375 horsepower, the BZ Woodland is rated at 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in under 5 seconds. In terms of battery and charging, it's a lithium-ion battery with a battery capacity of 74.7 kilowatt hours, and the estimated driving range is up to 418 kilometers on a full charge. Keep in mind, a lot of different factors will play a role in what kind of driving range you have on a full charge, as it always does with all electric vehicles. Now, Toyota did put the latest 6th generation electric system in the BZ Woodland for 2026, which gives you access to features like DC fast charging, where you can get from 10 to 80% in approximately 30 minutes. BZ Woodland for 26 does support level 1 and level 2 AC charging, and it has an 11 kilowatt onboard AC charger as well. The 26 BZ, specifically the Woodland Edition as well, does have the supporting of the NACS system, which is the North American Charging Standard, and it is Tesla compatible. All right, remember what I said about the sizing and the dimensions of the Crown Signia a few minutes ago. Let's talk about what the sizing and the dimensions are of the BZ Woodland so you can kind of compare to see where you get the advantage. The overall length of the BZ Woodland measures in at 5,070 millimeters, which is a 140 millimeter increase over the BZ 4X, and the overall width measures in at 1,885 millimeters. Overall height measures in at 1,650 millimeters and a ground clearance of 210 millimeters. Now, I do realize that when I went over the specs in terms of dimensions on the Crown Signia, I referenced it in inches and I just referenced the BZ in millimeters. So I'm going to actually do the conversion for you so you don't have to guess or go back and off this video. And I'll put it in the description below so you guys can actually compare in terms of inches versus inches from the Crown Signia to the BZ Woodland. Okay, let's talk on interior finishes and interior features for the BZ Woodland 2026. It is very advanced, maybe not quite as luxurious than the Crown Signia, but check this out. The BZ Woodland comes with Softex trim seats, heated front seats, and heated rear seats, a standard 14-inch Toyota multimedia system with touchscreen, and it has a standard 6-speaker audio system or an optional JBL 9-speaker premium audio system with the subwoofer on something like the premium package. And in terms of connectivity, it does have the latest tech, wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, cloud-based navigation, just like the Crown Signia. In terms of charging, it has a dual wireless QI charging pad with 4 USB-C ports. And we're being told that if you add the premium package to the BZ Woodland, you are getting additional features like ventilated front seats, driver memory seat, panoramic fixed glass roof, and a digital display rearview mirror. Unlike the 2026 Toyota RAV4, which I'm so proud of, the BZ Woodland will feature for now the Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, which is still very good and very advanced, so giving you the same safety tech that the Crown Signia has. It's great to know you have Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 on both the Crown Signia and the BZ Woodland for 2026, but you get that additional multi-terrain view monitor with that BZ Woodland, which I think if you're using the BZ Woodland for what it's made to do or capable to do, you'll really put that multi-terrain view monitor to use. So guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. Two similar all-wheel drive electrified vehicles, but quite different in terms of capabilities and approach. Let me know which one's right for you or which one you might go for. I know pricing is going to also help to make this decision, but we won't have pricing for a little bit longer. Stay tuned to the channel, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care.